Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a hot fudge sauce which is beautiful with ice cream, especially homemade. The only thing I've done so far is I put on a pot of water. I got my bowl in, it's not touching the hot water, it's a little bit away from it, and I started my chocolate melting as you can see here. Now, as soon as this melts, there's only 4 other ingredients that go into it, okay? I have got my sugar here, which I'm going to add in, mix it to combine. Okay, now I have actually my melted butter, goes in here, put it in there so I don't make a mess, stir it to combine. You got to wait, you got to small circles from the center. Every time you're dealing with chocolate, you always work from the center out. Get it off the side of your bowl. Who loves chocolate and cream and butter? Not exactly low calorie, but it is a phenomenal sauce for dessert. And if you make it, you will see. Next thing, I've got cream, which I've slightly warmed as it goes in. Now 2 other things I'm going to add in. I'm going to add in some boiling water. And I put a little hint of vanilla in there. Now I have to stir this till it's smooth. I'm going to strain it just to make sure that there's no lumps or anything like that. And then I can either hold it on the steam table on very low heat, or I can put it into a squeeze bottle. And you got to go around the side of the bowl and wait till it's nice and silky. Okay? There is my hot fudge sauce, guys. Not complicated. You have a copy of the recipe. I would say go make it, go try it, and improve it if you can. Thanks, guys. All the best. Alright guys, today we're going to make a caramel sauce, and I've started, it's just a couple of ingredients. We've got my water in the pot, it's boiling. I've got my sugar, which I'm putting in. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time because it has to reduce down. So I put my water in first, which helps dissolve my sugar, and it's ready to go. And it's going to take several minutes. Now, okay. This is on. As I said, it's going to take a few minutes. Now, a couple of things you have to be careful about when you're making your caramel. If your sugar and water splatters against the side of your pot, it will dry out. It will form crystals, and it will go back down into your caramel sauce, and it will be granular or lumpy. So what you do in a case like that is you put a lid on the pot, the water turns to steam, it comes up to the side of the pot and it runs back down and keeps the side of the pot clean. Now, there are several stages of caramel. We want a dark caramel which will have a good flavor, so I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to touch that for a couple of minutes. I have butter ready to go, and I have cream ready to go, and I have a piece of lemon juice. The recipe is 8 ounces of sugar, 4 ounces of water, it is 4 ounces of butter, 9 ounces of cream, and a few drops of lemon juice. So, there's nothing I can do till this begins to brown. It's going to take a few minutes. Okay? So we just have to relax. Yes. Okay. One other thing, if you don't have a lid, what you normally do is dip here. One other thing is my chef cameraman is here. If you're not using a lid, what you do basically is dip it into water and dip it, wash down the sides of the pot. That stops it from drying out on the side and crystallizing. I'm going to take that off. Okay? As you can see, it's boiling. Now, this is a base for a dessert sauce. But this also is a dual-purpose base. I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but when you do your sugar and water, that can be your base for creme caramel, for your custard, for your flan. That's number one. This base can also be used for a base for an orange sauce. So there's a lot of things. This can be sweet or savory, like most things in the kitchen. And I'm really a little bit off topic on that.
No, that's good though, Chef. I think saying that you can use this caramel sauce for multiple applications is a good thing. I don't think you're off topic at all.
Now,
we all think of caramel as dessert, but it does way more than that.
Correct. And believe it or not, originally, they used to, after the caramel starch, it gets very dark like black. They used to use this at one point for browning your sauces. Like a brown, not
kitchen
browning,
bouquet.
like a black for demi-glaze and so forth, adding color to it. Now, while this is on cooking, as the chef just reminded me of something, stay focused there. There are several different stages while you're cooking out your caramel. There are multiple stages when you're cooking your caramel, and water boils at 210, 212. You can actually put your finger in and test it. You're testing the degree of doneness with your actual sugar. There's multiple stages. Chef, would you care to refresh my mind as I'm older and I'm forgetting?
No, I'm not a candy maker. What are you talking about?
Well, there's
I know there's hardball,
there's
right?
softball,
Softball,
right.
hard crack,
and soft
crack. Is that it?
We're talking about lethal substances. But
This is what the internet's for, kids.
okay, but water boils at 212, and this is going to go by far higher than that, and it can burn you. Chefs would say, well, you can put your finger in there, and a lot of people would say, you're crazy. But what you do is you dip it in a bit of ice water, in and out, very, very fast, out, and then you can test it. It's beginning to come together on my finger already. And sadly, this is going to take another 2 or 3 minutes, because to be honest with you,
Ice water is also good when you're carving meat and it's hot. You keep your fingers in that ice water so that you don't burn yourself.
or in the old days when we used to split roast chickens, we would be splitting, say, 50 chickens. We would have a big bowl of ice water. We would stick our fingers in the ice water, take out, and then split a chicken for a half roast chicken. That's going back when you used to do that years ago. So, between the chef and myself, who is a magnificent cameraman, and you will have the pleasure of seeing him shortly, between the both of us, we have close to 100 years in kitchens.
Oh, God.
To be honest,
Come on.
we definitely have 80 years in kitchens between the both of us at the moment. So, and this is one of the few opportunities we've actually had to cook together live.
Let me get in here too.
Yeah. This is Superstar Chef Doubleday. I will step to the side. We're keeping a 6-foot distance, but he is Chantilly. I am Marshall. He's the original chef in the county. Can't you tell he's exceptionally old? And he's been at this for 26 years?
27.
Okay, who counts at 20? Okay.
As a teacher, 27, but in the kitchen for 43.
27 years. Okay, I told you he's much older than I am. He does smile a lot more than me. Okay, back on track.
All right, let's make some caramel.
If you look here, this is bubbling like crazy. I can tell it's getting ready to change color. I can put my finger in and out. Still not ready. Yeah, it's getting close to getting ready. Yeah, getting close. I can tell. Chef, you
But
can...
if you're an American chef, you just look at the color instead of dipping your daggone nose pickers in there and figuring out that it's hot, watch the color.
Okay. The color is one thing, but as I did mention, there is soft ball, soft
Yeah.
crack, hard ball, and that's how actual real people,
It's
real
like-
chefs,
It's like boogers.
real chefs teach you how to do it that way. But then again, Americans are exceptionally good, but they kind of take a shortcut to a lot of things. Okay. Now, as I said, since I had the lid up, if you would notice, there is no crystallized sugar on the side of the pot, which is good. See that? Now, okay. Getting back on track, I have 2-3 minutes. It's beginning to get brown on one side of the pot, which is cool. I want it to carry all the way over. You want it to get a little bit dark so it would have intensity and so forth. Now, if I was making an orange sauce, when that gets completely brown, I would pull the pot to the side. I would add some orange juice, orange zest, and Cointreau and reboil it, and that would be part of my base for a sauce. Then there's a couple of different ways you can make it from then on, but that would go great with go. Now, look at my color. It's browning. I can smell it, but it still hasn't carried over the rest of the pot, so I needed to get a bit darker. Now,
At this point, you're just playing chicken with your caramel sauce.
okay, as I said, it gets nice and dark, but if it gets too dark, you burn it and you have a very tart flavor. But I still need another bit of color. If you look at it, it's lovely. Now, that looks to me, Chef, would you agree that's ready to go?
That's ready to go.
Okay, I'm taking it off the heat. I'm adding my butter. It's going to react a little bit, but that's okay. Woo. It's melting my butter, but that's beautiful. Butter is just about in. Look at that, beautiful color. And the chef cut the butter. If it was me personally, I'd have cut it in smaller cubes so it blends in better. But, you know, American chef technique. There you are. Look at that. Now, your cream ready to go. Pull it off the heat because it's going to go crazy.
Yep, be careful.
Bring it back up to a boil. Sometimes it reacts like crazy, it jumps, but if you pull it off the heat, you're fine. And then I'm going to add a little hint of lemon juice to it. Bring it back to the boil to make sure if there's any sugar, everything is combined together. A little hint of lemon juice. As you can see, it's boiled. That is beautiful caramel sauce. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Yep.
There we
Beautiful.
go. All right.